What's up, y'all? Armond here, 1/6 of the Effect. Watching the Super Bowl, the halftime show is about to come on. Didn't really do a party this year at the work or whatever, but nobody cares. This is the first blog. What I'm going to do is for the Havilland Savage Theory, which drops this Wednesday, February 9th. Havilland Savage Theory. Turn this, don't nobody care about Johnny. For the Havilland Savage Theory, which drops February 9th, this Wednesday, I'm going to do a blog today, Monday, and Tuesday, describing the three parts of the story that the mixtape is broken down into. It's split in threes. And the first section is called The Pursuit. But before I talk about The Pursuit, I want to lay down some foundation. Being single, to me, in my opinion, being single is one of the most underrated things ever, really. You know, if you have to tell me that you're single, you probably want to be in a relationship. If you're just living life, you're living life, and it just so happens that you're not involved with anybody. But if you're, team single, and your ringtone is I ain't tripping on nothing, I'm saying, like, that's corny. You know what I'm saying? That just lets me know that you're lonely and you desperately want attention from the opposite sex. So being in the house or coming home from work or from school and seeing your kids run up to you, hey mommy, hey daddy, your spouse kiss you, hey babe, how was your day? That's all great. That's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? One of the best feelings in the world. However, which is also dope, is coming home and not having anybody or anything to answer to. If I want to take my jacket off and throw it across the room, if I want to walk around my house naked, if I want to do whatever I want to do, then I'm going to do it, because I don't have anybody to answer to. If I want to get up one day and say, you know what, I want to go to Vegas, you don't have to consult with anybody but your bank account. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, some people got to get permission, which is crazy to me. Some people, you got to, at least notify your significant other, hey, I'm going out of town, whatever. Of course, they're going to, if you're a guy, well, not even if you're a guy, because guys are like this too. If your significant other calls and says, hey, I'm about to go out of town, or I'm about to do this, they're going to want to know why. They're going to want to know where you're going, where you're staying, all this other craziness or whatever. And when you're single, you don't have to do that. When you first get out of a relationship, of course you need God and time to heal you. Let time heal you. Let the Lord do his work and everything like that. But also, we need to do what I like to call, or you need to do what I like to call, reflection and progression. When you reflect, the reflection aspect of it, you're reflecting on what happened in the relationship, what was good about the relationship, what was bad about the relationship, what you did wrong, what they did wrong. Not in a sense of I'm being bitter because, for whatever reason, we'll take 4 or 5 bad instances, 4 or 5 relationships, and all of a sudden we're an expert and we want to say all men do this and all women do this, and that's false, that's wrong. And you're basically setting yourself up for the okie doke, keep it real. So, reflect on what happened, what was going on, good things, bad things, etc., etc. And then progression. Because the person that you were when you first got in that relationship is not the person that you have become once you got out of it. And a lot of people don't reflect. Is my phone dying? No. A lot of people don't reflect, and that's why they date the same person over and over and over. You got the one chick who can't stay away from them thugs, and she gets out the first relationship with the thug. She doesn't reflect. She's hurt. She holds everything in. She plays a Keisha Cole and she goes to the club and she meets what? Another thug. But she's changed. But that thug, that second thug, is just like the first thug. So the relationships get progressively worse because you've changed, but the type of person that you've dated or that you continually seek out and pursue has not. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you reflect and when you progress and you really get an idea of who you are by going out, by doing things, by hanging out with people, you get a sense of who you are, you get a sense of your self-worth, you get a sense of what you want out of a relationship, you get a sense of servanthood, because when you're single, you are dealing with yourself. You take care of you, but when you are in a relationship, it's total servanthood. A true relationship is where they take care of you and you take care of them. You know what I'm saying? It's a relationship is selfless, okay? So if you in there talking about, I can't have no man, I don't want no girl who does this, who does that, who does this, who does that, sets all these crazy, this whole list of expectations, you're gonna be single forever. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna be the one person in the cartoons where the house was on the hill and it was sunny everywhere, but it was raining over that one house. Yeah, that's gonna be you. So again, progression, reflection, and then once you start realizing, hey, look, I'm single. When you start realizing that you're single, then you're ready to get in a relationship. And this is why, even though the Havilland Savage Theory, let me say this real quick before I go back. Just because the Havilland Savage Theory is based off Valentine's and based off love, you don't have to be in a relationship to listen to the CD. I believe that this, as well as the Nina Mosley experience, will help you progress and reflect. Okay, I need to change the channel because Black Eyed Peas are on. Hold up. I can't do it. I'm cool. Alright. So, this music will help you progress and reflect because it's so honest, because it's so open. I just went through a progression and reflection period. Just learning who I am and going through all those steps. So it's still fresh in my mind, still fresh in my memory. So the music kind of reflects that period. So back to what I was saying, once you get into a spot where you want to be in a relationship, ladies, make yourself available. The word says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and I'm really big on men pursuing women, and I'm really big on women making themselves available to be pursued. What that means is, women, ladies, if you're out, if you're single, go out with your homegirls. None of your stuck-up friends, none of your ones where y'all are in the corner chilling or whatever. You guys are being social. You guys are talking to other people. You ain't even gotta, making yourself available ain't you with your boobs out and a short skirt. And that's make you want to jump your bones, not pursue you. You know what I'm saying? So women, make yourself available, be open to conversation, do something that you've never done before. If you've only dated, thugs, date a nice guy. If you've only dated white guys, date a black guy. If you've only dated darker guys, date a light-skinned guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, just switch it up, because when you're single, when you're not tied down to anything, and you do the progression and the reflection, you have no idea what the next step is. Your potential mate, your potential husband, your potential wife could be somebody totally different that you never would have thought or never would have gave a second chance a year ago. But now that you're a different person and you're better, you're like, this might be something. And things like, well, he's too short, or well, I don't like the way he dresses. Or well, I don't like the fact that she wears this type of perfume, and little stuff like that, will seem minute and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. So women, make yourself available to be pursued. Guys, stop being scary and approach these women. Start off with conversation. Women, another thing, and let me tie it up. Men, court these women. Court them. You know what I'm saying? Court a woman. Conversation. Conversation is huge. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. I mean, and I'll use myself as an example. Like, before I had a car, and I didn't have I was like 19 to 20 years old. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a job. I lived in my parents' basement. I did have a job. I was a janitor. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no money. I have nothing that anybody could have wanted. But I had conversation. And I was social. So as a result, I got a lot of attention from females during that time. I was able to, you know, do my thing, quote unquote, because I knew how to start up a conversation. Women, a lot of women do not know how to be courted. Being courted is not, hey girl, hey shawty, hey boo, you know, hey red, hey slim, hey booty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're looking good over there. He's courting your body. He's not courting you. You know, learn when a guy comes with a quote unquote lame rap, which is just, hey, how you doing? Something like that. Like, yo, he may be a little nervous, but once he gets those nerves out, I'm one of those people, like, once I get the initial nerves out of my system, it's a wrap. He may not know what to say to you, and that's fine. That shouldn't be a deal killer because the first 5 seconds, you know, he was lame, or he came up with something, he didn't come up with something creative and smooth, and he didn't woo you in the first 30 seconds of the conversation. No, I mean, and I'm not saying talk to any and every person that you approach, you know, still use your judgment and discernment and things like that, but, you know, I mean, just stay open, stay, you know, optimistic, stay optimistic, you know, and then once you get into the relationship, or not even get in a relationship, you begin dating and things like that, tying that into the Havilland Savage Theory, the first portion of the mixtape is the pursuit. It's how Lee was so desperate. Anytime Havilland said, Lee, can we go here? Lee, can you take me here? He jumped at the opportunity because in his mind he was subconsciously pursuing her, but he was too afraid to admit his true feelings. And basically what I do is the first, I think it's about 4 or 5 records on the mixtape is just me conveying Lee's feelings to Havilland in rhyme form, in musical form, I guess. So that's pretty much it. Tomorrow I will tell you guys about the capture when Lee gets Havilland, or does he? You know what I'm saying? So Havilland Savage Theory, February 9th, ArmondWakeUp.com. You'll be able to get it there. Stay tuned, because I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Peace.